Hey guys, my name is Shrikant Mirgu. Today I have with me two students from JBIMS MSc Finance batch, Ganesh and Pratika. Hi Ganesh and hi Pratika. How are you guys?
Hi, hi Srikant, how are
Hi,
you? It's
we are
I'm
great
good.
good.
being here.
Great to have you guys over here. Since the JBIMS MSc Finance admissions notification is out, so we wanted to discuss certain things about the admission process, about how is life at JBIMS MSc Finance, how is it as a course, and what are your experiences since you are the guys who are in the second year and now the main guys in this course. So you might have the best idea. So before we start this, I would like to have a small intro about you guys first. So, Ratika, would you like to go first?
Yes. I am a fresher, first of all, and I am from Indore. So, I've done my 11th, 12th, and my undergrad from Indore itself. I had commerce with mathematics in my school, and then I pursued a BBA in management science. And from there, I developed some interest in finance. That is why I decided to pursue a master's in it too.
Awesome, that's great. What about you, Ganesh?
So I come from engineering background. So I've done my computer engineering from BSET Mumbai. Post education, I've also been a national player in martial art. So post my graduation, I'm working at Power Services Private Limited for 16 months as an import manager. Power Services is a logistic firm specialized in metal and perishable import exports. So there my role was to strategic and financial management. So that clicked my interest in finance.
Perfect. So now we have two set of people. One is a proper
Yes.
commerce fresher grad, and the other guy is an engineer grad. So this already debunks the myth that only finance student can get into MSc Finance. That is not true. If you are from any background whatsoever, you can still, if you have an interest in finance, you can definitely go for it. So let me start with another question, guys. What is JBMS MSc Finance experience been like for you guys as of now? So Ganesh, would you like to answer that?
Yeah. So JBIMS being a core finance course. So as I already mentioned, I come from engineering background. So I was worried at start that being from engineering background, how I will be coping up with such an intense finance course. But the professor here, I have a huge industry experience and been at CXO chairs for a number of years. So they make the concept so easy to understand that if you have interest in finance, you definitely will cope up with everyone. Second thing, the peer learning group. So everyone in my class has something or other thing you can learn from that. So peer learning has been a great experience, and I feel that it plays a substantial role in everyone's learning life. What I would like to add, for example, when we were back from internship as well, we all sat together and we discussed about how the company was, how we on which project we worked on. So this little thing I think plays a vital role in individual growth as well. So for now, MSc Finance experience has been a great learning experience for me.
Awesome, really good. And also, we'll talk about your summer internship experience later in this video. And I know that it's been really good. Very good thing that you mentioned as well that there are people from different backgrounds and people doing different internships in different companies. And also, since the batch size is small, I'm not sure what is the batch size exactly.
It is 40 right
40.
now.
So if you have 40 students, the kind of networking and the kind of, knowledge sharing is really, in a much more multifold than it is in some other college where you have like 500 students or something like that. So in that case, that is also an advantage, which is a close knit group. And also you are a JBIMS student. So it being known for its finance course. And I think all the professors which you mentioned are the same who are teaching the MMS students as well for the finance subjects, I guess, more or
Yeah,
less.
Yes, many
more
are similar. Yes.
Yes, more or less all are same. So that's also a really good thing, actually. Ratika, how is your JBMS experience so far?
Yes, I think he has pretty much covered it all, and because it's really great, as he said that people are from so many diverse backgrounds. Like they have some have done law, CS, engineering. So also like we have guest lectures. So when someone comes to teach you, it is not just about finance. There are so many topics that can be covered. So we get exposure to so many different things also, not just finance. Because I think it is somewhat important to have market knowledge, and it's really been great. I mean, it's a B school, I'm new to it, so
Awesome,
it's
awesome.
yeah.
So as a fresher, also you are also learning a lot of things. So how it's been really different from your BCom, I am assuming. It's a place where you are learning more. It's kind of a case study based learning, as they call in B school, and not just theoretical learning.
Yes,
Uh,
exactly. So what they do is it is very case intensive, and we often in class we discuss the real world problem, the real world cases, what is happening currently, like any merger acquisition or anything what is happening in stock market, be it any topic which is currently in the trend. We discuss that a lot, and uh, they prepare you for the corporate or the real world, I should say. So this is
nice.
what is the major difference.
I think we should also discuss about stock market after this video, so you guys can tell me where to invest.
Sure.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's move ahead with the other question, the most important question. So, what is the admission process of JBIMS MSc Finance? So, people give CET exams. Are there other exams also accepted? And after the exam, what is the interview process like? Can you give a detailed brief about that, Ganesh? Could you help
Yeah.
us with that? Yeah.
Sure. So admission process of MSc Finance start with you can give first is start from the giving the entrance test. So it has three usually tests are taken. One is CET, second is CAT, and also UPSC attempts could also apply for this course. But the only concern is you have to be at the interview stage. So there are set cutoffs for it. So for CET, for the general category, you have to have the cutoff above 97 percentile, and for reserves it's 90. For CAT, for general category it's 95, and for reserve category it's 75. And as I already mentioned for UPSC, so once you are above the eligibility criteria, so then you can apply the form. I guess forms are live, so if anyone is eligible, you should apply for it. So this is the first part. The second part of the admission process consists that the ones who have applied, the screening process takes place, and 400 shortlisted students will get a call from the institute, and they are invited for the second part of the admission process. So for second part of the admission process, there are seven prospects, such as your 10th and 11th, 10th and 12th square, your work experience, your extracurricular activity, your CET score, VAT score, GD score, and personal interview score. So these all scores are cumulated, and according to that cumulated score, a list of 40 students is selected. So that 40 students are considered as a match. So this
Okay.
is the
So
overall process from the start to end.
okay, perfect. So there are certain set of cutoffs which then from which you have to apply, and then there is a ward GDPA interview process, and then basis the cumulative score you get the admission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, explained it crystal clearly. If I really want to do finance and I'm not well versed with a lot of finance topics, so for example, I'm an engineer. I'm not a BCom student, right? And I really like finance. I know a lot of things about stock market. I do some financial modeling videos I've seen. So I'm interested in finance, but I've not done anything particularly to show my interest in finance. So for people like these, how can they crack the interview? Like this is one of the major questions among a lot of aspirants कि finance तो करना है, but अभी तक मैंने finance का कोई course किया नहीं है. Because I'm an engineer, I can't do a finance internship or a finance job, right? So how can Ganesh is also a really good example. Is sitting over here is an engineer. How can you convince the interviewers that you are a perfect fit for this batch?
So I will like to take this question as being an engineer. So as I was an engineer, so I don't have any finance background. So but my interview took place on basis of my background only. So I like to clear this. Your interview happens on the basis on your background and on your resume. So as in my interview, there was no heavy questions on finance. I was asked more over on my work experience, and the interview run on my work experience for half the time. Later, the basic finance terminology, if you're interested in finance, you know the basics. So the basic finance terminology were asked, such as repo rate, reverse repo rate, were asked. And I remember I was asked a question that how inflation would be controlled by RBI. So I was very prepared on that question. So I gave it on strike. Later, and on the ending point, I was asked on the basics of stock market. So I guess even if you're not having a finance background, they more concerned that how eager are you for learning finance. So that's the main motive for PI. And if you're well spoken and if you show them that you have eager to learn finance, then it won't be any issue of your
Perfect,
background.
perfect. So actually, last year we had an MSc Finance GDPI course as well launched, and in that we specifically focused on this aspect as well. Right? You have to be really honest about the fact that you really are interested to go for JBIMS MSc Finance, and you have an inclination towards finance. The professors over there also are looking for someone who is able to or who is eager to learn and grasp the concept, and not just be there because it's a prestigious college and everybody wants to be there. So really good input, Ganesh. A lot of students ka doubts would have been cleared by this answer. Just a couple of more questions for you guys is what were the questions which were asked to you guys in your interview, if you remember? So Ganesh, as you mentioned, you were asked about repo rate and asked about your background, which you mentioned in your CV. What about you, Pratika? What were you asked in your interviews?
Yeah, so my interview was a little different. It was more of an interactive session. Like, first, they asked me about my background, my family, like my morals, my values. And then there was something on my resume, like this competition in which I was selected and the event in that event. So they asked me that if you were to conduct an a event in your college related to finance, how would you plan it? Like, what would be your criteria? So they gave me like 2-3 minutes. I took some time. I took a pen, paper, then I planned the whole day, and then I told them that this is these many things I can do, and so I think they were more interested in analyzing my way of thinking, but it was not the same with everyone. It was different with everyone. So the basic key is your CV. Like, be thorough with whatever you have written, because many people were asked like rigorous questions also. Like, their interviews were tough, so we all had so many different experiences. And current affairs also is one of the thing that you need to be really aware about. These are the basics.
Okay, perfect. So pretty much your CV, your background, and the current affairs, obviously, and your inclination towards finance. These are the things. So pretty much you guys have summed it up. So I can also like last year when we did this MSc Finance GDPI course, we had Praful, your senior, who was heading that course, and we also are planning to do somewhat of a kind of a GDPI course this year as well. So we will be preparing for CV. We will be reviewing your CV by JBIMS students, and then we will be also having group discussion sessions. We'll be having ward sessions, and we'll also be having personal interview sessions, and also a lot of your batchmates like Isha. She was one of our students. Siddharth, Akash, Kedia. All of these guys are the top percentile students are in the batch, and there are many more. And also there are a lot of students who not necessarily are DTP students, but are somewhat being helped, or we are glad that we could have guided people and they ended up over there. So again, just a reminder, we might be launching MSc Finance course this year as well. Thanks, you guys have explained a lot of things. One last question from my side is, how is life at JBMS, guys? So both of you.
When you are an aspirant, like when I was one, so JBIMS is like a dream, and now when you get there, it just feels amazing that
That
you
you
are
have.
studying there. Sometimes you can't believe that you are actually in there, but it's true. And it also tests you a lot. It tests your patience, the pressure you handle, but it makes you into a person which you never thought that. Maybe because I, coming from Indore, I did not know Mumbai, a fast paced life and everything. So it really gives you the kind of experiences which makes you better in general as well as for the corporate world. So yeah, JBMS is a like dream come true.
Great, great. What about you, Ganesh? How was your experience?
So walking for a lecture at JBMS, the pride you feel for getting in, I guess that can be only related by the JBMS students and alums of JBMS. So I think JBMS has something which is a multiplies your vision of seeing things and broadens your spectrum. I still remember that the teachers, I've never been in a student-driven institute. So here, the how committee works together to make things happen, how they respect each other, they work in team. So this is you can't see in other colleges. So the student driven institute, I still remember, the JB culture, we usually apply for competition. So we had gone for a consulting competition, and we were representing our presentation. And when the panelist got to know that we are from JBIMS, he commented, "Oh, you're from Mecca of Finance." So after, and their expectation just grew. So after hearing that, we were so overwhelmed, and that we also won that competition. But the the spirit at the point that they gave it, so it couldn't be explained in words. And how the profession teachers teaching here through case slates, and the JBMS was always my dream, and I think I'm currently living that dream.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Actually, I'm smiling so much because even after I graduated, it's been 1 year since I graduated from JBMS, and I still feel the same energy what you guys are feeling, right? You're saying being a part of JB student, we were dreaming about this, and right now even I'm feeling the same. And I want to give this to as many aspirants, this energy, this feeling as possible, and that is why hence the platform that Opportentile, to help a lot of students to achieve their goals, and be the best version of yourself and live what you wanted to do for. And exactly as you guys mentioned, once you come into JB, the city itself changes you, the curriculum, the course, and the college itself sets your expectations high. So it's not that you have to perform; it's that you will perform because there is expectations already at this level, and you have to overperform it at an end. That's how the name also goes on. So, really, really glad and happy that both of you guys could join this session today. I think it will be really, really helpful and important for a lot of aspirants who are going to prepare and who are going to apply for JBIMS MSc Finance. I personally feel that this course has started since a long time back, and now it has grown to a really good course, and it's almost one of the best finance course out there. There are people from IIM Ahmedabad also getting placed in companies where you guys will probably be working after a couple of years. So there is nothing to match that. It's already at the top. So everybody who is eligible should definitely apply for this course. Is a really good bunch of students. 40 students is a really big. It's a different deal altogether because you get to connect with these people, and the energy which you share is really really good. So thanks a lot, Vratika. Thanks a lot, Ganesh, for joining in and helping other students. So,
Thank you for
any
having us
last words you want to add?
Oh, thank you for having us here. We were glad. And yes, all the best to all the candidates. We hope you do well
here.
and we may meet you soon.
Nice. Anything you want to add, Ganesh?
So, Ayush, thank you for having us here. It was great experience talking to you. And also the students who are preparing, prepare well. Hope we see you at campus as well.
Perfect. Thank you, guys. See you in the
Okay.
next one.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.